What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, I did a story out of Cleveland, Ohio that absolutely took my breath away and was absolutely horrible. The story I was talking about was this mother who got on TV, spoke to the media, and talked about a horrific ordeal her little 5-year-old girl went through, pictured here. That's after the onslaught against this 5-year-old child. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman described her child as being bright, bubbly, and just like every other 5-year-old. But her world was flipped upside down when this woman took her to a relative's house, and this baby wound up leaving out of the house and was lured to a wooded area by children where she was raped, brutally beaten, and scalped. And none of the children were under the age of 11 years old. So they were 10 years old and younger that did this to a baby. Arrests have been made. It just broke yesterday. You're not going to believe this. Take a look.
Cleveland police are investigating allegations a 5-year-old girl was sexually assaulted by other young children. Of course, this is a tough story to tell and a tough story to hear. Annabelle Childers spoke with police and the victim's mother today.
I want to get justice for my daughter. I want them to know how serious this is, the pain that she endured, and how it changed our life forever. I want them to take it serious. I want everybody to look at it as if this was their kid.
On the afternoon of September 13th, Cleveland police officers responded to a home in the 1000 block of East 145th Street. A caller reported she was babysitting a 5-year-old girl, but the girl had gone missing. The police report is heavily redacted, but it states the 5-year-old was found in the fetal position in a field under a quarter-mile away from the residence. A witness told the responding officer that they saw 3 juveniles take the 5-year-old girl to the field and attack her. It's unclear who picked up the girl from the field, but she was transported to the hospital by EMS for emergency care. Investigators later found evidence and the girl's clothing in the field. And according to the police report, video evidence and ring camera footage were also recovered. The police report lists the offenses in this case as sexual battery, kidnapping, felonious assault, strangulation, assault, and rape. It does not state whether any witnesses intervened or attempted to stop the attack.
We're actively investigating it. Our detectives, working to resolve it. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, it is a very sensitive investigation at this point.
Cleveland police do confirm the victims and suspects in this investigation are under 10. Meanwhile, Antavia Kennebrew is still processing the pain that was inflicted on her daughter.
She been affected mentally and physically by what was done with her. So just seeing how much she changed is hard. What was done to her was inhumane. So it made me think like it wasn't no more human decency left. If you see anything and it doesn't look right to you, say something about it. Because that could have stopped what happened to my daughter if somebody spoke up and say, if they stopped. So just speak up.
And right now, it is unclear what charges may be filed in this case. Cleveland police are still conducting their investigation before they turn over evidence to the prosecutor's office. Russ.
Annabelle Childers in the newsroom. Thank you.
9-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl facing attempted murder and rape charges. And unfortunately, sadly, you have heard that right.
These kids are accused of violently attacking a little 5-year-old girl. First at 4, Aria Janelle has the beyond disturbing details.
Either way you look at this story, it's just devastating. All 3 people involved in this situation under the age of 11.
I literally saw the worst thing ever.
Antavia Kennebrew, a mother, heartbroken and pleading for justice. Police say her 5-year-old daughter was beaten, scalped, and sexually assaulted. The people that did it, they believe, are a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl.
I saw my daughter unrecognizable.
Kenny Brew says she dropped her daughter off with a family member on September 13th. Somehow, the 5-year-old got outside. The next thing the mother knows, her little girl is being treated by paramedics. Police say the brutal attack happened in a field near East 148th Street and St. Clair Avenue.
Her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
19 News spoke to Kenny Brew last week. Nearly a month after the attack, she's still wondering how and why this could have happened. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office charging the children with some adult-like crimes: attempted murder, rape, kidnapping, and strangulation. Kenny Brew telling us her daughter is left emotionally and physically hurt.
I want her to just to be somewhat of a normal 5-year-old again.
The prosecutor's office says they are still going through evidence and getting new information. Our team reached out to Kenny Brew's lawyer for comment on these charges, but have not heard back. For 19 News, I'm Aria Janelle.
All right, guys, you've seen it. Now, I did this story, and it was very emotional for me. I didn't show what the little girl looked like out of, respect to the family, but like they keep putting it on the news, so I guess it's okay, so I'll put the picture up there. This little girl, according to reports in the first story that I first aired, she was, for some reason, she left the house and was found walking the street by these kids. Said it was a group of kids, little kids, who lured her to a lot, a wooded area, and they did all kind of things to her, including ripping her hair out. In that original story, her mother was crying so bad, I felt her pain, man. It hurt my heart so bad. She said her daughter, when she got there, her daughter was in the ambulance, said when she got to the hospital, and over time, her daughter had woke up, because I guess they must have sedated her because her injuries to her body were so horrific. Said she woke up, when they brought her back to consciousness, she woke up screaming, "They killed me." And the mother said, how she's only 5. Why would she know what death is? Why would she know what this and that is? And that just pushed me over the top. I want you to pay attention. 10-year-old girl, 9-year-old boy. Now, they said it was a group of kids. I guess these are the only ones they got up on charges so far. But I want you to think about that. These are children. My little girl is 9. She has the mind of a child. And where are they learning this type of stuff? Either something they seen, something they experienced, or something they heard about. See, I'm gonna tell you something. Just because you raise your kids and keep a protective hedge around them in your house, and you want them to be children, doesn't mean other people out there do the same thing to their children. A lot of them just have kids and expect them to run with the herd. A lot of parents out here are dog shit, and they don't conceal what their kids see or look at. And this is the result. Things they see and things they hear about and stuff like that. Children are what? Overly curious. And then they go out and experiment on others. Stuff like this should not have happened. And it's horrific that little minds at the age of 9 and 10 are out here committing demonic acts against innocent children. You think about that. So what's going to happen to these kids? That's the big thing with this. What's going to happen to these kids? Because I'm going to tell you, as a parent, you want blood. You do. And you want justice. But what kind of justice can you get after the innocence of your baby is taken away? You guys understand what I'm saying? I want you all to think about that. There are a lot of you young ladies out there, when you were young, you were touched inappropriately. You might not have said nothing about it, but you always remember how sick the feeling was and how it affected you in some way or another moving forward in life. What do you think that's going to do to this little 5-year-old girl at the hands of other children? Do you think about that? It destroyed her mother and her experience as a parent. See, most of the time, when you have a child and you see this child come forth in the world, and you start to see this child developing into a beautiful human being, you want to protect that. But nowadays, more often than not, most people that have kids don't feel the way you feel. Parenting done flipped upside down, and the most uncommon stuff is common now. It's hard to keep your kids close, especially out here in the real world, where even inside the house, there are influences to try to flip the mentality and alignment of your own child from good to bad. Whether it's cartoons nowadays, advertisements, hell, siblings a lot of times. You never know what's going on. But stuff like this should never happen. Like I said before, I hope, this young lady can get past this psychologically. The mental scars will heal, hopefully for the better. But what you experience and see and the pain you feel, you never forget. And it has a profound effect moving forward on what type of person you'll be. And that's the part that's scary. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.